You think you have a choice. You walk into a store and you see 50 different brands of soda. You turn on the TV and you see 10 different news channels arguing with each other. You look at the stock market and you see thousands of competing companies. But this is an illusion. If you follow the money, if you trace the shareholders of the airline you fly, the bank you use, the media you watch, and the drug company that makes your vaccine, all roads lead to the same place. One company. It is called BlackRock. They manage $10 trillion in assets. That is more than the GDP of Germany and Japan combined. They don't just own shares in the companies. They own the world those companies live in. And they have a secret weapon. An artificial intelligence named Aladdin that monitors every trade, every risk, and every asset in the global economy. They know what is going to happen before it happens. They are the fourth branch of government. And nobody voted for them. Welcome to Season 2 of Wealth Code. Today, we are exposing the puppet masters. We are going to show you how one firm bought the world, why they are buying your neighborhood, and the AI that controls your future. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. You need to see this. To understand BlackRock, you have to understand scale. $10 trillion is a number so big the human brain cannot comprehend it. If you spent $1 million every single day, it would take you 27,000 years to spend $10 trillion. Because they have this much money, they buy everything. Who is the biggest shareholder of Apple? BlackRock. Who is the biggest shareholder of Microsoft? BlackRock. Who owns the oil companies? BlackRock. Who owns the renewable energy companies? BlackRock. This creates a situation called common ownership. Coke and Pepsi are supposed to be enemies. They are supposed to fight to lower prices for you. But if BlackRock owns the majority of both companies, why would they want them to fight? They don't. They want stable profits. So prices stay high. Innovation slows down. And you pay the price. It is a monopoly disguised as a free market. But the money is just the ammunition. The weapon is the intelligence. In 1988, Larry Fink founded BlackRock with a simple idea. What if we could use computers to manage risk better than humans? They built a system called Aladdin. Aladdin is not just a calculator. It is the operating system of the global economy. It monitors $21 trillion in assets. That includes assets BlackRock manages for other people. It runs 200 million calculations every week. When the US government needed to save the economy in 2008, they didn't call the smartest economists. They called Larry Fink. They asked BlackRock to manage the bailout. Why? Because Aladdin was the only system powerful enough to untangle the mess. Today, Aladdin is everywhere. The Federal Reserve uses it. The European Central Bank uses it. Your pension fund uses it. This means one company, one private software, is the single source of truth for the entire world. If Aladdin makes a mistake, the world crashes. If Aladdin decides an industry is risky, that industry dies. Now, let's bring it to your front door. Why are house prices so high? Why can't you afford a starter home? Part of the reason is that you are not competing with other families. You are competing with Wall Street. During the pandemic, while you were locked inside, institutional investors were buying up single-family homes by the thousands. They pay cash. They pay 20% over asking price. They waive inspections. You cannot compete with that. Why do they want houses? Because they want to turn America into a rentership society. They want a world where you rent your house from BlackRock, you rent your car from BlackRock, and you stream your music from a service owned by BlackRock. It is a subscription model for life. And if you miss a payment, you are evicted by an algorithm. But here is where it gets political. BlackRock uses its power to enforce something called ESG, environmental, social, governance. It sounds nice. Let's save the planet. Let's be diverse. But in practice, it is a weapon. If a CEO doesn't do what Larry Fink wants, if they don't hire the right people, or if they don't support the right political causes, BlackRock lowers their ESG score. When your score drops, BlackRock sells your stock. The price crashes. You get fired. This is why every corporation suddenly has the exact same political opinions. They aren't woke because they care. They are terrified of Larry Fink. He is forcing culture change through capital. It is social engineering without a single vote being cast. You might ask, why doesn't the government stop this? Isn't this a monopoly? Well, who is the government? Brian Dees, President Biden's top economic advisor, former BlackRock executive. Wally Adeyemo, Deputy Secretary of the Treasury, former BlackRock executive. It is a revolving door. The people regulating BlackRock are BlackRock. They write the laws in the morning and cash the checks in the evening. There is no separation. The state and the corporation have merged. In the medieval ages, kings owned the land and serfs worked it. We think we are free because we have iPhones and voting booths. But if one company controls your money, your house, and your job, are you a citizen or are you an asset? Aladdin is watching. But now, you are watching Aladdin. The first step to freedom is seeing the strings. We have exposed the money manager. Next time, we are exposing the drug dealer. We are going to look at the dopamine cartel. Why did Steve Jobs ban his own kids from using the iPad? What do the engineers in Silicon Valley know about brain hacking that you don't? We are opening the whistleblower files. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. You are the resistance. I'll see you in the next one.